Greetings, continuation. So each man, as I see the threads of mankind, each man has they position themselves on one person on earth. They judge our hair, they judge how we speak, how we talk, how we walk, everything else. They are all connect to our older brother, and then they crush our brother to betray us as a younger brother. Then eventually they take over our family, and then after descendants, most of the people family with people that we grow up with. They are with eyes on the property. They destroy our social life around so that we don't enjoy being at home. So we will eventually have to leave and flee. I can't leave here for the rest of my life. So they plan on killing me in a way when I leave. They're all interested on John stuff, which is old books, but Afro descendants, they will be in connection with Obama and Africa because their plan is to take over each house and take each man's wife and substitute for a different person. The life that we used to know was a setup, was a simulation. I see now, I see the evil coming out of people. I see the evil on people when they walk in the street. I see their nasty smiling, saying like, you lost, you're gonna have to leave. We won't socialize with you. We just wanna like steal things from you. And in Brazil, we're gonna keep corrupted the way it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. Even if you go back to the United States, we're gonna make your life a living hell. We're gonna make people just talk about things that you spoke on the internet, and we're just gonna take your rights from you. We just this much evil. That's what they do. That's what they say all the time. When I was coming down from the United States, I could see it. Miami, New York, there's a bunch of people, there's like most of women, they control real estate and they separate one older man to walk around with them. Most of this older man, it's a clone of the major or the mayor. He's the clone of the mayor, or he has some major, some guy that can just like manipulate police with his tongue, talking shit all the time. I'm this and that. He tries to position himself as the mayor of each city. Whenever they see a different guy like myself arriving in the city, he gets constipated because he's afraid that we're gonna take over the city. We're gonna just rule it all with the things that we have to say. Most people say we didn't learn anything from you. Of course, you're corrupted. If you're corrupted, how can you learn? They transform all the Christian into evil, cynical people. They are kind of as well in a position of like whoever cross our path, we're gonna kill as well. Christians are no longer preaching the gospel. They're kind of like in this state of mind, like, oh, we're the kings of music and we're gonna play both things, the devil and Jesus. When we feel like it, we play Jesus. When we don't feel like it, we're gonna play the devil. That's what they do. Then they try to make you feel that you are the devil one. It's a hypnosis from the mass. The mass does this with people's brain. So with that said, then I went to the United States. Brazilians all position themselves. They have this avestruz bubble. I forgot the name of it's the big bird. I think it's Earl or something like that. With the three fingers. They have this bubble and they do crime, they do organized crime, they do bank scams, and they all do this stuff. Whenever they see someone new, someone different, they go, okay, this Jesus just arrived, so it's a new Jesus. They pick you for Jesus, and then they steal your whole generation. They steal like about 10 years from you, and then they implement new generations to future wise, and then they create police material, they create homosexual material, they create family material, everything with your presence, but they do not allow you to exist or coexist with a project of a real people. It's all set up. It's the main thing. It's you being. If I don't die until there, if you're young, if you watch this someday, the deal with Brazilians and Americans is to molest you when you're younger. Then when you're 16, they try to push you out of the house because they want to see you suffer. They want to see you sweat. That's what they're trying to do to me. For example, my mother, she says she loves me. I love and this and this and that. But deep down inside her, I know that she is dying to see me suffer. It's like when the first time when I saw the evil in her, I was like, I think it was one of the most sad times of my life, because when you see someone and you think it's angelical, and when the person takes the mask, you're like, wow, this is you. It's like this is how the first shock that I had. Another shock that I had was my brother, and then now it's good. Now that I see it's evil, everyone is it's up to no good. Everyone's just waiting for me to leave. They will take my stuff. They will make a party behind my back. They do a kind of celebration. This kind of like a ritual between evil. All the evil get together and they make this huge party, and they gossip a lot about me. I've been through this. Before, I did not know it was about me. I was like, what the heck is going on? But now I know. It's like they pick one person as job. As the job. I won't accept that personality because I don't think I'm him. But sometimes I feel like him, and now I kind of know how he how he felt. It's pretty much closer to it, which is it's for the happiest of my enemies. So my enemies are strangers, people that they envy me, people I never met, I never spoke, just a bunch of low life people that just like. There's some guys, they're so weird, they're kind of like, they're strangers, but they develop a feeling towards other men like myself. When I see a dumb gay man, or he doesn't have to be gay, they put this word gay in my conversation here. It comes from suggestions from them, so that I can get in trouble. I already know that it comes from them. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say like a low-life person, just random around. I can see that sometimes gay people do that too, because he has this benefit of, I can say gay, but I can piss you off and flirt with you and hit on you and be overwhelming and harass you, and nothing happens to me, but it happens to you if I whistleblower you, and you will get in trouble. That's what their game right now. Right now, they're expecting me to live. I have to practice before I live, because I can just live like that. But eventually I will. I'm going to go find like a real nature so that I can hide until I die and get too old and die. They will do parties behind my back. They will use my ex-wife as a reference for like tribes and savages in Brazil that they have the urge of persuade a blonde and as a trophy. For me, relationship doesn't work that way. They're a bunch of dummies. Like, I have no word to classify it like a creature like that. But for me, it's just dummy how they do and how they expect me to interact about this situation. It's like this: the woman, she's interested in you, fine. Let's be together. Let's be together. You unite as accomplish of a life, not like this dummy, stupid people do. Now you unite as accomplished person about one another. You accomplish her. Once she's there in your life because organized crime send her there to spy on you. But even though if she's there to spy on you, and if you can like become real. You can become real intimate with her. You guys should be accomplishers, not this stupid thing that organized crime, tribes and Africans, and all the demons and creatures that yaps outside in the street. They do honky. They are doing a system that they are trying to lecture people, but they are actually trying to trespass other people's bottom. And then they do this to women because they do not know any poem. It's very hard for men to know poems, and even if they do know poems, they do not know how to use it. So savages, that's how they flirt with women. Honking, trespassing, cross-passing their buttholes, and pissing the husband off, making them break up, creating situation that they can be like, oh, your husband is still in love with you, let's fuck, and then we can feel this great come thing. That's how they think. That's how they live life. I've been in so many states, and I saw like I used to walk around and be like, oh my God, this cannot be happening to me. It's like this empty. This is the business I'm gonna face until I die. And he's kind of like, yep, probably it's gonna be this way. It's like these people just, unless if you do magic, but it's like, it's seriously, when you see that, it's like, it's a long way back to United States. When I know the place like the palm of my hand, I know Americans, I know it's not going to be the same way as when I was there. Everything's changed. The Brazilian immigrants that were there, they're all married for a green card. They're all hiding somewhere, using past lives to attack other people. I remember when I was there was like evil Brazilians and Americans. They were calling the immigration and charging people, smuggling people $800 in case if they do not pay $800, they would turn them in. One time a lawyer told me that they're not supposed to do that. They are not allowed to do that. People are like smuggling people, blackmailing people for $800. This $800 that is smuggle people, it's connected with like the ambulance business, because organized crime, ghetto, and Venom. Venom is the leader of all crimes in all time. Venom is in the top of the United States, waiting with lots of buffy, mixed martial arts Afro-descendants, and whenever things go wrong for them, they will come down and they will like take over. They will claim the whole thing. They will do like a civil war. I seen this on video. They come down and it's ugly. The gothic, the rock and roll guys and the black guys, they all fight with each other. Cops, they all beating each other. They try to rape a blonde woman at home. She comes out with like a automatically machine. She's like beating like killing a lot of black men. And this civil war already happened. There's a lot of shit that happens. All this situation that Brazilians, they destroy a person's life like mine, and then they keep camping on the jungle waiting because they know there's no, how am I going to live here? How am I going to stay in this situation? Evil, nasty, satanic neighbors pushing me around, family kind of like, pressure me. So someday I'm going to leave. So they camp in jungle, and then they will, at the time when I go to the jungle, they will suggest, because they do thought suggestions. They live basically their entire life thought suggestion, thought provoking people. They would try to make me use a red short. Before this, after this happened, when I'm gone, if I'm dead or I'm far away, or if I complete and succeed, they will do territory with most teenagers. They will classify colors in each neighborhood that you won't be able to cross. When I was in New Jersey, I don't know why those guys don't mess with me. Maybe because I can fight as well a little bit. But after I left New Jersey, I heard that the gangs, they crushed each other. They met and they striked each other. They really made one meeting. Last time when I was there, they killed a cop and they put a lot of candies inside on top of his car and it was all light up. I even started crying as well. I was like, what the hell am I crying for? I started crying because the cop was dead. I was thinking I used to think to myself, what the fuck? Is that the Holy Spirit taking over? Why am I crying for some stranger cop dead? And I'm like, okay, fine. And then the other cop, his partner was crying too next to the car. So there's some weird things that I know that they will do. They will repeat itself. For example, Deep Web, there's a lot of weird videos in Deep Webs that same wackos, the same creepy people did, because these people are trying to claim the world. The way they try to claim the world is by sending one bug, and then each person that find that bug, they get that bug, put that bug in the computer, so he will know that every single person in the world has that bug, either bug or label. So that's called the 1%. That's what these creepy people are doing all the time. That's what the gamers do. Eventually, probably in the future, I think it's going to be tough for the gamers do what they do to be pissing people off from their houses. I think the gayness roommate business in the United States will increase. Now they have this hostel thing that they wait for single men to walk in when they need shelter to try to figure out their future. They will use that to kind of like study people. They are now trying to get each and every one of us, they're trying to get our knowledge from computer. They're trying to make us spoil our knowledge on computer, on videos. They're trying to make us make videos all the time so that they can see our face. If we got any older, women are checking us. As we speak right now, they're taking my video, they're sending to my ex-wife. She knows how I look like. That's why she's disappeared, traveling, going to Hawaii, going to China, fuck one here, fuck one there. Then she get, come work with me in an air taxi. And then she goes, and then some be all about me. It's not about her, because if it was about her, if the amount of women that I see online that I go like, Jesus Christ, why is that? It's just like, I know that most of it probably they're homosexuals, and then they know that the woman was married to me, and maybe they want to know about me a little more. Maybe that's why she was searching so much into my stuff. She was so mysterious and all that, because there is a mass of homosexuals all over the world. There's filthy rich. They want to be with her so that they can feel a little bit of me. I could be saying names here. Richard, Bonecão, all those guys, they are homosexuals that I think that they have a journey. Like, you know, it's very complicated. If I cannot, we call it esculhambation. If I cannot esculhambar aqui, how am I going to talk about this people? You are homosexual. You shouldn't have no principle. You're homosexual. You fuck another dude. You should just be open. So when you open, I'll talk about your deals, the things you do in your journey, because I know that from the day one to A to Z. You're now trying to make a box. Sometimes you try to create situations to people to try to sue people and stuff, but it's your fault. You should classify your own. Are you sick? Because internet said, one time I read articles, they said that homosexuality is a disease. Another one say that is one thing. Another one says another. Well, you in a way, so sometimes I have to refer to you. I say in my particular way, I used to call you simpatizante, which is the cutest way of refer to a homosexual. But then I heard someone didn't like it. So now for the research that I did to find this, just to say it's that's it. It's like, I think you're hypnotized. You're hypnotized by women, and then you let your person. The books of the United States said that you are hypnotized by your state of existence. Your state of existence is your environment, it's your women, it's your friends, you know, that you let your personality go. After your personality is still there, you can still reach it for it, but it's still there, but you let it go, so you inhale the different personality. Okay, so enough with your conversation. Then I went to the United States, and then I'm like there. Big story short, get married. Then after that, I noticed that I never said anything, but I noticed that the stuff that started happening to me was set up, because we had a flow. I know the flow. I used to deliver it in the entire San Francisco. I know the city up and down, the whole thing. I knew that there was something going on. One time I was driving to work, and then I saw some friends hanging out next to my house. Weird stuff. For me, they are just insignificant. They're significant because I never went look for who are their girlfriends. One thing I know: United States celebrities from Hollywood, fake governments, they go to our lovers, or like people that we've been with. They learn from them. They learn about us from them. Then they find out what irritates us the most, what pisses us off the most. Smiling, they work on smiling. When the women are dating us, for example, the past 10 years that she spent with me, they were teaching, they were learning, they were teaching us, they were learning and teaching us how to be submissive to them, how to be under their own bullshit law. But now I smile, I see, we are able to see them in a simple smile. We know what they're up to. We know a laugh from a distance, from a Gutenberg organized crime. I know what he's up to. I'm not talking about the Gutenberg, I'm talking about the media classified memo that they will try in the future. So it's easy to understand what they're up to, what they're going to do, what they're planning to do with not just Earth, but society and single men like myself. So these evil people, they also are using the language Portuguese and everything else against us to try to make the it's so many silly games that these people are trying to start to try to make men they're trying to get to man's cortex, and they're trying to force your cortex, they're trying to force your cortex to accept things that you're not. And then they keep on doing this. Like homosexuals are so funny that they have their own they should have their own constitution. When I see I've been out in the bars with them, like the way they think is so funny, and they push people to believe that that's the truth of life, that's how you should think. It's so funny, it's hilarious. And then if you caught them lying, they kind of like, oh, don't say anything, leave it this way, because they're trying to pick up some guy or some, it's hilarious. But anyways, now I know what they are doing. It's for example, there is no way to succeed for at least for me. I can't succeed in Brazil. I don't feel good here. I can succeed in America. If I succeed in America, I'm still going to be submissive to them. I can never surpass. Can I surpass Trump at this time in my life? I don't think so. So I'm not going to be submissive to him. And I'm not going to go through the shit of being these people. That's why they put me as their housekeepers. They're so little. They think so little. They're so like insignificant that I think to myself like, oh my God, I used to work with such a pleasure. And it's like, I used to be like, right, trying to figure out life is not this, that I'm trying to eat the entire planet, but as you're speaking here, you're making me believe that I have the chance to do it too. Besides that, I will pass that. I don't want any more. You can keep the whole shit. I don't care. I'm just gonna disappear in the middle of the woods. So I know now what these people are doing. 70% is black now. Blacks are claiming the whole thing. They already, when they start, one thing I know, when black people start walking like rich people doing Cooper and doing exercise in the street, we fucked. I'm fucked. I should just like I'm already starting my bug out bag. It's like, I have some other stuff that I have to deal before I leave. I have to get rid of my little store of bicycle. But one thing I know, when black people start surrounding the house, talking loud, hitting messages inside, my mother started getting all weird. You can't speak to no. There's no social whatsoever for I've been without social life for 20 years. Like, it's crazy. I meet one people here and there, but real social life, it's like, it's such a set up life that I feel like, wow. I remember I read in the Bible one time that one day God would raise a leader to help us, people like myself. When I look in the planet, there's not even one soul. Of course, you see ghost writers and people that are knowledgeable, but there's not even one soul. They go like, okay, I'll help you out. There's none, nobody. There's nothing, zero. Everyone. They see there was a setup. They see that Brazil was set up. The first day, when I was in Brazil, I'm like, okay, this is Solomon scam. This is Solomon fraud. But I'm not a politic. I don't have an army with me. I'm not gonna raise no flag. I'm just gonna be a regular guy and die a regular guy. Go to the United States. I'm fine. I'm having a family, get a job. Then they're like, oh, go back to Brazil because Lula is won and everything's fine now. You're gonna be better off there and this and that. And then they start with the stupid BS of the FBI stuff. They want to go through because who knows, if I meet the FBI someday, I might ask for a favor. But they said the FBI was calling me. Another black guy said that. Black guy, Brazilian store, Daly City, Mission Street, black guy. After they put Gina into a Mexican overnight bar, Go-Go Girls bar, Mexican. I go there, I'm like, Gina, you in this Go-Go Girls bar? She's like a bartender. Like, maybe you're gonna do like Nicole, you're gonna go topless in Facebook. I'm like, in Facebook, I'm like, are you topless there too in Facebook? I'm like, Gina, are you there? I'm like, I'm just gonna kiss you one last time. I'm gonna go. I kissed her one last time, and I took off. I couldn't believe she was there working in a night bar. Then I'm like, okay, this doesn't sound really good. I guess I gotta go back. Then all this stuff started happening to me, and I'm just like, I know now there's a fraud. It's not only wasn't just a fraud when I was younger. That was Salomon fraud, something with São Paulo, Salomão, and then you did the leopard. All the what you're trying to do to me now, Brazilians, you did in the past. Those people were suffering in a ghetto and marginalized. They did what you're trying to do to me now. Then you did it's called the state fraud. You inhale the entire planet with American law. And then you say that you let people believe that they're under that country's law, but they're not. They are all Americans living in American, demanding territory law stuff. You're all full of shit.